Howdy, y'all. Brother Damon Chief Jones coming to you. Got to clear my throat there. Sinus drainage, you know. Anyway, people's been asking me what is the difference in the Republican Party and the Democratic Party. Well, many years ago, there was a stark contrast and a stark difference between the two. In modern day, say in the last 25 years or so, maybe a little longer, they've started to really meld together. I am an independent, okay? I typically vote 90% to 100% Republican because I, for lack of a better word, caucus with the lesser of the two evils. Now, when you really get down to it, and here's what people's wanting to know. People all the time in government come out and say we're a democracy. That's a lie. We are a republic. Go read the Constitution. We, the people, formed a covenant republic. Okay? It's a secular government of a republic. And it is by our local representatives that go vote our belief system, so long as it's not repugnant to the state republic constitution and so long as it's not repugnant to the United States Constitution. Okay? That's a republic. That's where Republicans come from. The people that's Democrats believe in democracy and try and push a democracy in a lawful republic, which is unlawful. It's illegal, but it's what they try and push. And they try and push socialism, communism, so forth and so on, under the guise of a democracy being Democrats. You got a republic, and you got Republicans. Republicans go for what the Constitution calls for. Overall. Now, over the years, they've moved from about middle of the right. So say if you had a scale of 1 to 10 on the far right, or from the center to the right, and 1 to 10 on the left, and then you got a 0 in the middle. Well, you had a lot of the Democrats were center left, and Democrats were center right. Okay? So, now, over the years, the Democrats have moved to notch 3, 4, and 5, further away to the lunatic left. And there's two or more high-level Democrats always pushing to go to 8, 9, or 10. And there's always a handful of Republicans wanting to go to 8, 9, or 10 on the Republican side. But the Republicans, instead of them moving to number 2, 3, or 5 and moving into hardcore Republican, they started going down from about a 2 or 3 down to 1 or sometimes 0. It's like a tug of war, and the Democrats are pulling them over onto the Democratic side, which is democracy, which is what we're against. And you've seen the most hellish last 8 years before Trump come into office of them Democrats pulling Republicans nearly across the way. And because most Democrats do not get independent voters, and a lot of their voters went independent, and independents voted for Trump, and Republicans voted for him, it put him in. So they're scrambling, they don't know what to do. But the point is, if you're an independent, either vote for independents or Republicans, and push them and remind them that we're in a republic. Go study this out for yourself. This is my word on what's the difference in Republicans and Democrats. Democrats are for tax you until you're dead. Then when you're dead, tax your dead body and your family. Okay? Why the tax? So they can spend and get their salaries and get in their family members and their friends and people that line their pockets with money. I'm not saying Republicans don't do that, so don't write me no nasty letters. But what I'm saying is Republicans overall for a smaller government. I didn't say small, but smaller, way smaller than it is. I'm telling you what, if you cut off 30% of all government spending tomorrow, the average person wouldn't notice it. Now, people that are Democrats would try and sock it to you, and they would make it seem like it was that you just cut the head off of everything. But it isn't so. They overspend so bad, you could cut off 30% and not really notice it. Now, they'll try and punish you and close off a lot of government services and see if they can't get you to relent. It's a little game they like to play. I've been in politics one way or another for 40 years, and I vote for the man or woman that I believe in, above all. I don't care if he calls himself or herself the Green Apple Giant Tea Party, Democrat, Republican, Underdog Party. I don't care what they call it. If it's the right man or right woman and they're for truth and justice and the American way, for my constitutional rights to be observed, meaning that they're going to observe the constitutional scope and duties, that's who I vote for. Thank you. God bless you and have a great day.